Hey, that was a quick one. Fired right up. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a few minutes to roll on up in here before we discuss this important information. See if I can get his headset off. Let me get his headset off. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Got to unplug something to plug something in. All right, here we go. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? I'm in the house. Find out. All right, good deal. Good deal, good deal. I had to unplug the headset, guys. So get that disconnected. Yeah, thanks, Ralph. All right, so me and Brian were over at Terminal Steel. We got showers, did laundry, just kind of hanging out. And I know a lot of you have been talking about the new changes coming in to Prime into our training program starting June 3rd. So I thought that might be a good subject tonight to cover. Thought it might just be a good one to cover tonight. Let me get this volume down. What's going on, Kyle? All right, so as many of you know about, starting June 3rd, we have a major overhaul to the training program. How you doing, Stephanie? Some major changes coming. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what they are real quick at the beginning of the video. Otherwise I'll be getting all those clickbait shit. Okay, so we don't need all that. So I guess the biggest one that's going to affect the most people are the straight students that don't have a CDL or experience of any type. Okay, these are classified as, they call D as in Delta seat drivers. So the biggest changes are going to be to the D seat drivers. All right, so D seat drivers will now be required to obtain 50,000. D seats are required to obtain a minimum of 50,000 team miles with a Prime trainer after obtaining your CDL. What that means is your PSD miles do not count. Okay? So PSD miles do not count at all. You will be required to do 50,000 team miles with your trainer in the TNT phase. Okay? Now, the way they're doing this is this. For the first 40,000 miles, it's $700 a week. For the training after that, it's $800 a week. No, not like CR England, not trainee and trainee. You stay with your trainer the whole time. I know what you're talking about. England does it, Stevens does it, CRST does it. They stick two trainees together, and they got to do like 20 or 30,000 miles. It's not that. It's still with the trainer at Prime. But it's 50,000 team miles, okay, with your trainer. Now, this affects any student who's coming to orientation June 3rd or later, okay? So if you're already here, or you're coming to orientation tomorrow, which is the 20th, or you're coming next week, which is the, I guess would be the 27th, this will not affect you, okay? You will still be on the old program, all right? So this is only for new students who come into orientation June 3rd or later. That's what that is. And X23, you are correct. I guarantee you that's part of it. No doubt about it. Let's just be honest. It's about getting more experience, but also basically, you know, they're going to invest in you. They're going to get their money back out of you. Okay, so let's talk about the next one, which is a C, as in Charlie seat. All right. So what is a C seat classified as? Okay, so anybody who comes in as a C seat classification has less than 4 months recent OTR at another carrier with the CDL, or they are a recent CDL school graduate from a school outside of Prime. Okay, so what is going on with C seats? C seats required to obtain a minimum 60,000 miles, team miles, with a Prime trainer. That's right, 60,000. This is the one that has the most, I believe. Yes, this will be the one with the most, 60,000 team miles. Okay? For the first 30 days, they're only going to pay them $600 a week. After 30 days and up to 40,000 miles, they get $700. And then after 40,000, from 40 to 60, they get $800. Okay, dollars a week guaranteed. So this is anybody who less than 4 months recent OTR, or recent graduate from an outside trucking school coming to Prime. So who will that affect? Okay, good example. All of our Washington State people that we sent away who went to Swift and got their CDLs, some of them are beginning to come back from Swift now. Okay, they went to Swift, got their CDLs, now they can work at Prime because they already have to obtain their CDLs. This would apply to them. They'll be required to do 60,000 miles. Okay, that's a lot of miles. It's a lot of miles, guys. All right, so 60,000 miles for the people who are coming in with less than 4 months experience or recent graduates from an outside trucking school. All right, next one's going to be B2, Bravo 2 seats. Okay, so what's a Bravo 2 seat? Bravo 2 seat means they have at least 4 months recent OTR experience. Okay, they don't have 5, they have 4. They have 4 months recent OTR experience at another carrier. Okay, with their CDL. So they're a solo driver for 4 months. All right, they went to England, or they went to Swift, or they went to KLM. They went to their training, got their own truck, drove for 4 months. All right, and now are looking to come to Prime. All right, so this is a B2. What is going to be required of a B2? B2 seats are required to now obtain 40,000 team miles with a Prime trainer. Okay, they get $700 a week for their 40,000. If for some reason they have to go longer than 40,000, whether it be a truck availability issue, something happens on the road, whatever it may be, they will get $800 a week after that. Okay, so that's the B2. Then we have B1s. B1s is 5 months over the road experience. Okay, solo experience or team, whatever, but 5 months. All right, for a B1. B1s are required to get 25,000 team miles with a Prime trainer. They get $800 a week, guaranteed money the entire time. Okay, so if you're sitting at another company right now and you have 4 months experience, here's what I'm going to tell you. Suck it up, Buttercup, for another month. Okay? Suck it up for another month, and your mileage is going to drop down to 25,000 from 40. Okay? If you want to do even better than that, suck it up, Buttercup, for 2 more months, and guess what? You're an A seat because you've got 6 months over the road experience and you don't have to go with a trainer at all. All right? So if you're already at a company and you've obtained your CDL, no matter how shitty you think it's there, if you got your own truck, you're just out doing your thing and you're able to eat and your family's able to eat, do your 6 months. Okay? That way you don't have to go through all the freaking training again. That's my recommendation to you. All right? So if you're already somewhere and you've got a couple months experience, find a way to make it work to that 6 month mark. All right? Get that 6 months solo, then make your move. This is pretty common industry wide. I'm not going to say it's the same everywhere because it's not. It's different at every company. but stuff like this is pretty similar. You're going to have to go through this. If you got less than 6 months over-the-road experience and you're trying to go to a mega carrier, you're going to have to go through some kind of training process again. Now, there's plenty of mom and pops out there that probably put you right in a truck and put you to work. You know, they just have to find out what's good for you. All right? And yeah, Greg, you're even better off doing the whole thing. Correct. I agree with Greg. You're better off doing 1 year, so you don't get a you know, they like that stability, that job history stability. Okay, they like that. You drive from age. If that's gonna be like, okay, so that's not gonna be over the road because those are state licenses. You have to stay within your state borders. So I don't know how they'll approach that. Over the road, they're going to want you to cross state lines. I think that's why they classified over the road. So, average time to complete 50,000 miles. I'm going to say it's going to be probably close to 14 weeks, if I had to guess. All right. That's just running in numbers in my head really quick with my students' average, their home time. I'm going to guess it's going to take them 14 weeks. Plus PSD, plus orientation, plus PSD. Ooh. So you're looking at 14, 15, 16, 17 weeks, guys. But what it's going to do is this. You're no longer going to have trainers who pick up a student PSD, do them start to finish without ever going home. That's not going to happen no more. Your trainers aren't going to be gone from home for 4 months, 4.5 months, all right? So I think it's going to help because trainers are going to start getting their students home. Let them spend some time with their family. Let them do some things like that. Okay. But those are the raw numbers. I just read them to you off the website, guys. Off the Prime app. I just gave you the numbers. Now I'll go back into my chat and see what y'all have to say about it and see if there's anything I can answer. What's about regional drivers going to Prime? I think that's, I don't know, Kyle. Yeah, Phil. Hey, 27th, man, be there. Be there, guys. Yeah. This week or next week. Wow. Look, if y'all are sitting at home and you're coming to Prime and you know it, and you have the option to be here next week, okay? A week from Monday or a week from Tuesday, get your ass down here before these new training requirements go into effect. All right? Because you're going to kick yourself in the ass if you don't. All right? You're going to regret it. You're gonna regret it. What's going on, Tulsa? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you hear Brown. Brown's happy as shit that he don't have to do all this. He is really, really happy. Extremely happy. So that's pretty funny. But that's the biggest thing, guys. Get here now. Get here now. Get here quick. Get your training started while you can still fall underneath the old platform, old rules, whatever you want to call it, the old plan.
Get grandfathered in.
Yeah, get grandfathered in. Get grandfathered in. All right, get grandfathered in. So I would tell you partly what the situation is. So everybody's like, why is this happening? Why is Prime doing this? Prime right now, as of this past week, Prime had 743 more trucks on the road than they did a year ago at this time. Okay? So our fleet has grown by 743. Our freight is down. That's industry-wide. That's not just Prime. Anybody who's in trucking right now will tell you freight is down. It just is. It's reality. Freight is not like it was last year. Last year, solo drivers at Prime we're banking after they're paying their truck payment and fuel, they're banking $2,500 to $3,000 a week every single week as a solo driver. They're not doing that right now. All right, they're doing $1,600 to $2,300 depending on the driver. So there's no sense in to keep putting drivers in trucks if there's no freight. So Prime's idea is, I'm assuming this is me talking now. The thinking has got to be, well, let's get the people in here who are dedicated to it and want to follow through. Because if they're willing to do 50,000 miles TNT, on the back end of it, when they get their own truck, they're more likely to stay longer and give us a less turnover rate to replace them. Okay? You know, Chad Rich is in the house.
Oh, Chad.
Jeff, you are correct. One of the problems we're going to run into is trainers training students. All right? This truck closes in quick, guys. Quick as shit on you. All right? It really does. And now I need this. And it can make for some stressful situations. Okay? Now, I've had a few students who didn't do that. Cedric is a fine example, all right? At no point did this box ever close in on me and Bishop. He goes by Bishop, but his name's Cedric. At no point did this box close in on me and Bishop, all right? It really hasn't closed in on me and Brown. But David, Sean, Stefan, this box closed in on us, all right? It got really tight in here. And Greg, it didn't either. Greg's a different story, though, because Greg walked every night. Greg would disappear out of his truck for 5 hours a night. So we always had our personal time. But yeah, this box will close in tight, guys, and it makes it for a long training process when you're with somebody that long. Now, it helps that I take my students home, okay? My students go to the house. I'm about to go to my son's graduation. Brown's not going to be done yet. He's going to be close. So what are we going to do? Brown's going to go home, and I'm going to go home. And we're going to get a nice break from each other. So that's a good thing. Guys, and I'm sorry about this lighting. Y'all know how this freaking thing acts all the time. It acts kind of stupid. See if that held out. It's this bright yellow shirt, isn't it? Yeah, you get like a little vacation. Yeah, I mean, and that's really healthy. It's really healthy for everybody. Yeah, Daniel, it's a freight issue, man. Florida's a consumer state, not a producer, all right? Florida consumes a lot of products, produces a few. You know, what do they produce? Oranges, strawberries. We just come out there with a load of jalapenos. So they have some agriculture crops, but that's pretty much it, all right? You don't have factories that are making stuff. And so companies have to put a cap on how many drivers they can have from Florida. Because if they have too many drivers from Florida, they're having to pay them to drive 400 miles out of there to get a load. And they just don't want that. So you're just going to have to find something that has like a dedicated lane in your area. That's what I can tell you. Because Chad, it doesn't matter if I roll or not. I'm going to be there when it's time. You know, otherwise I'm going to give this load up, and I'm not giving this load up. I'm not giving somebody my load and losing $3,000 off of it for one day, because that's all we have. That's all we have extras one day. So we're just taking advantage of it here at the terminal. This is good shit, guys. So here's what we did. You know, I've tried a lot of different juices. Okay, Harmony. The brand I have found that I seem to vape the best or enjoy the most is Dead Presidents. So it's called Dead Presidents. And it's got all kinds of different flavors. So this flavor that I am currently puffing on is mouth-watering watermelon strawberry hard candy. Basically, I am vaping a strawberry watermelon Jolly Rancher. That's what I'm vaping. And it's good. Kyle, I have literally 13 bottles of juice in here right now. I'm good. 2 years ago, Chantex. Game of Thrones series finale just started 3 minutes ago. Oh, I thought Brian was already watching it, but he's not.
No, about to though.
HBO Now is probably crashing right now.
Here we go. Yeah.
Roy, I knew a couple of that team there. They did okay there. They did okay there as a team. You know, they didn't do too bad. They didn't do too awful. American Idol finale tonight as well, guys. Is going on as well right now tonight. It's a busy night in TV. Correct, Tulsa. There's going to be even fewer trainers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's about to be one fewer trainer for a while, and that's this one right here. Because when Brown's done, I'm going to have a love affair with that new Peterbilt for a while by myself. It's just going to be me and old Pete over there. But that's not going to be his name, because I can't. That just doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth, does it?
Penelope.
No, I'm not naming the truck Penelope. So, I'm thinking of naming the new truck Ginger. Ginger.
Why? No.
Because she's red. She's a ginger.
No.
So that's what I was thinking of naming the new truck. Well, Kiana Brown will get to drive it a little bit.
Yeah.
So Brown will get to drive it a little bit. But, correct, Dad's Adventure. Yeah, there's only like 10,000 other companies out there hiring. They're all agreeing with you. Maybe I should just take my son's advice and name it Blue, even though it's red.
Yeah, that'd be kind of dope too.
It's got
That's
blue
kinda-
lettering.
That's kind of dope.
It's got blue lettering, and it's got a raptor on it.
I'm telling you, Penelope's a good name.
Penelope.
To like, it's like.
I'm not naming the truck Penelope. Hi, Miss Rita. How are you? Rosie. I already have a girlfriend named Rosie. I can't have another one.
Go, Max.
This is Rosie.
This is it.
Fearless. My son calls it Blue Truck. Daddy Blue Truck. That's what he says. All right, Kiana, have a good night. Anthony Ryan Randone, it's a 3-run homer. Cubs still lead 6-4. Woohoo. All right. Why did the miles increase for training? Brian, because they don't need drivers. I'll just be honest with you. That's what it boils down to. They don't need drivers. Turnover's super low. See, here's why they're having truck shortages, guys. They're not having truck shortages because they're not ordering less than they used to. They're having truck shortages because people aren't quitting and turning in the used ones like they used to. They have a set schedule of new trucks. You know, they're always on a constant flow of coming in. But usually you have, you know, whatever it may be, 10, 20%, whatever turnover rate is on a consistent basis of people coming in and out the door. All right? And all those trucks are usually available for people. Problem is we don't have those people leaving. They're like one of the lowest turnover rates they've ever seen at Prime. I don't remember how they worded it. I'm trying to remember how they worded it. But it's like I think they worded it like industry impressive low turnover rate currently. Yeah, you end up getting someone's old custom truck. Yeah, like someone's going to get someone's going to get red, man. Someone's going to get big red. All right? Someone's going to get big red. They're going to get windshield curtains. They're going to get keyless entry. They're going to get chrome mirrors. Shit, they're going to be tickled to death.
Yeah, this thing's nice, bro.
Yeah, it's a good truck.
This truck's nice.
The big red one. Ben, I'm doing all right, buddy. Dad's Adventure, you ain't right, buddy. Yeah, Rita, I'm here.
Oh, man.
I'm here, Rita. I'm floating around. Right now, we're in the truck. How many miles on Big Red? 165,862. 165,862. And I did that in 11 months. Congratulations, Ryan. Are they going to weed out the bad trainers? Alan, I think they do that on a daily. I think they do that on a weekly basis, a daily basis. I mean, if something comes across and they've got to tell someone they can't train no more, they're not afraid to do that. They're not afraid to do that. Well, Hank, part of it, I don't disagree with you. I think part of it is also Prime preparing for the DOT training and regulations and trainers. So starting in February, DOT regulates that you have to have 2 years over-the-road experience to be a trainer. And that's any company you work for. Prime can't keep bringing in, hundreds of students every week if you got to be over the road 2 years in order to be a trainer. And that starts in February. Guys, if you think it's going to be bad here, it's going to kill companies like CR England, CRST, Swift. I don't know what's going to happen to their training programs. All right, I really don't. Tiny, Team Tiny, I would think so, right? Oh, you could have come by and said hi. Yeah, I was sitting there eating a steak. I went and had a steak tonight, guys. Yeah, they won't do that for fuel mileage reasons. And someone said weight. I don't know how much truth there is to that. I don't know how much heavier they are, but someone said something has to do with weight. This shit tastes so good. I'm so glad I walked over there today and got this. I'm going to order some more online because it's a lot cheaper to order it online.
I'm going to order another strawberry.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find it online. Yeah, because it's pretty good. Daphne. Yeah, Jesse, yeah. Yeah, my son calls it blue already. That's what he calls it. Well, Melvin, do you want to know? Would you like to know what this trainer thinks about it? I think I'm going to have some students I want to choke by the end of 60,000 miles. That's what I think. That's what I think, man. I think there's going to be some students that... I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be emotionally stressful for both trainers and students. Will you do TNT later on? Alan, I probably will. I probably will. I'm just going to take a short break for sure. I'm definitely taking a break. And then based on financially how that turns out for me during that break, that will dictate what happens in my future. Correct, Hank. Yeah, I mean, Mills has got a pretty good training program. Financially, I think they're like right with Prime. I think Mills is like isn't Mills like 600 a week, 650 a week, something like that. It's pretty close to Prime's. Going to be a bunch of rejected trainees. No, there's going to be a lot of trainees swapping. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be like a big old swingers club, man. Trainers are just going to be swapping out trainees left and right. Just to get someone new in the truck. That's all it's going to be.
It's too many miles, man.
How's Schneider's training? Kyle, I don't know. I don't ever hear about it. I mean, it's a good thing, right? You don't hear nothing bad.
Right?
I mean, think of it that way. I don't ever hear nothing about it. Nothing good, nothing bad. Those are usually the easy companies to go to work for, man. Nice, quietly, just go in there and do your job. Usually when you don't hear about companies, it's because people aren't leaving them, right? I mean, usually when you hear about companies, it's people writing reviews online about them leaving the company. Yeah, Prime's not doing California currently. I don't think they will anymore, period, to be honest with you. Yeah, Ian, I don't know. Right now they had 45 students in there the other day waiting, so I don't know how long the wait is today. But I know the original plan was me and Brown were gonna knock out this 30 really quick, his 30, and then I was gonna come back, get the truck, and go to my son's graduation, right? Because today's only the 19th, and he's at 23.5, and I was like, shit, we can be done in 9 days. We can just go knock it out real quick, because they just now finished my truck. They haven't even called me yet, so I have 14 days after they call me. They'll probably call me tomorrow. So we're gonna go knock out this mileage and then come back, but they told us, hey, he's probably gonna have to stay on the truck. So because of that, that's why we're kind of revamping our plans and doing things different. Oh, the load choice. So Prime is starting something new. You guys have heard about it. It's called Load Choice, I believe. They're testing it. We'll see how it goes. I'm not on it. I'm not on the test, so I don't really know what's going on with it. So Greg's saying he's going to be here a while. There's somebody coming. I don't know who this is. I guess we're about to find out. Miss Rita's at my door. Hi, Miss Rita. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
But I want to meet you.
Okay.
Mr.
Chad? Yeah. Everybody meets Chad Rich, guys, don't you? Everybody.
Yeah,
The future president. That's right. Future president Chad Rich.
anyways, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Thanks for your lives and your
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. That was Miss Rita just stopping by, since we were both in the area. So Greg's saying just started the update process, probably going to be here a while. Yeah, there's a lot of people waiting for a truck right now, guys. A lot of people waiting for trucks. What's going to happen? Hell if I know. Everybody will get a truck eventually. It's just going to take time. That's all. Yeah, that was really nice, Rita. Y'all see this? I'm actually hitting this thing now. You and Brown said today, Brown was like, man, you're actually hitting that thing now, man. You're not babying it no more. I guess I was babying it for a while. All right, Harmony. Okay, so Schneider had quit, now they're back. Okay, well, that's good. It's good to know. That's good to know. Oh, I didn't even see you sneak in, Jeff. How you doing, bud? I tried to hold that in without coughing. It didn't work out too well. It didn't quite work out. Brown's over here watching Game of Thrones. So that's the current situation on the new training standards, go into effect June 3rd, guys. Remember that, all right? June 3rd. So if you're currently here, or you're coming this, like tomorrow or Tuesday, or you're coming a week from tomorrow or Tuesday, you're safe. All right? You're safe. You're falling underneath the old guidelines. The new guidelines go into effect. The new policies go into effect with the orientation class starting on June 3rd. Hello, Debbie. So anybody coming June 3rd or later, bring your own KY.
Or just don't come. Oh man.
Yeah, Mark. I guess Brown got a kick out of that, didn't he? So Yeah, Mark, I'm thinking 4 months. I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, it's like, I'm, well, yeah, 3 months plus like home, orientation, PSD, and then 50,000 miles, man. I mean, even at 4,000 miles a week, you're looking at 12 and a half weeks. All right. So you're already over 3 months. Well, 3 months is 13 weeks. So that's 3 months. Yes, guys, there's 13 weeks in 3 months. If you don't believe me, go check the calendar and count them. Or count the days and then divide it. But okay. So that would be like 3 months, and then the PSD and orientation. So I mean, 4 months I think would be an actual realistic number for somebody coming into prime, starting June 3rd. And it used to be, I've had students go quick. My first student, David, was really quick. I picked him up in May, and I dropped him off. I picked him at the beginning of May. I dropped him off. I picked him up at the end of April, like last week of April. I did PSD and TNT, and he was off my truck on June 25th. So I mean, that's quick. Greg was really quick. I picked up Greg 1st of July, and he was off my truck beginning of September. My brother, not so quick, because we had Christmas and home time coming up and all that. We did home time twice with my brother because we lived in the same area. Picked him up beginning of September. He got done a week before Christmas. So he was September, October, November. He was 3 months. And he was a long one. Meaning Schneider's training program strange. They're saying Schneider's training again. Hank, I think that's a real possibility, yes. I think for many students that will happen. That's what I was saying earlier, Hank. This box closes in the longer you're in it together. All right? And it can get really freaking tight in here. All right? And so I think that will affect some students who come. I think some students who would have been successful underneath the old pilot, the old setup, will now fail out underneath the new ones. I think that will happen. Yes, and then your training will get reviewed before you can upgrade to your new truck. That is correct. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it's going to go. What's up, lover? David H is in the house. Try living on a submarine now. No, thank you, Carhartt. Mark, I don't think it's necessarily the trainer as it is going to be the fleet manager. All right? The student is going to be evaluated on things like their actual miles driven, what the trainer says about the backing, if they've had any critical events, if they had any accidents. All of that stuff's going to come into play. All of that. Correct. Prime, I mean, that's basically what they're doing. Prime's saying, hey, we only want people who are dead serious about this. Yeah, there's really good trainers here. I've heard that a lot, Greg, about the backing. My students back. Brown does all the backing. Stefan did a large portion of the backing. He didn't do all of it, but he did a lot. Stefan was really good at backing, though. So is Mr. Brown. He's really good at backing. So I even let Brown do the super hard stuff. We've had 2 super tight freaking docks in California, one in LA and one in San Diego that he had to get into. Yeah, David, you're gonna drop over in Fontana. We got ours drops in Massachusetts on Wednesday morning, but they're gonna push it on payroll for me. Johnny, that can be really difficult. In my truck, it's not as hard because I have the windshield curtain, and it keeps the sun out, and that helps a lot. But usually when we're parked, that means we're empty, so we turn the reefer off too, so you don't have the heat from the engine reefer. Yeah, it's a really nice load that I got. Yeah, I'm not giving it up. I'll sit on it the extra day. I mean, we tore ass to get here because we wanted to look at the new truck and take showers and do laundry and just kind of have an evening of relaxed time, basically. I got a load of seafood out of San Diego going to Fall River, Massachusetts, down there south of Boston, along the coast. Pays $6,700, $6,600, something like that. Rita, that is correct. That is how they explained it. A little more, Kyle, because I had 100 empty. I had 119 empty, so just a little bit more. It's right at 3,000. Well, David, it's here. I sat in it today. I did a tour of it. I'm sure you saw it. But we're going to go to Massachusetts, turn around and come right back. So we're going to go to Massachusetts, come right back. Yeah, that's anytime you can get over $2 a mile, you want to go as many miles as you can go. All right, $2 a mile is a good rate. You can get $2 a mile, and you can get 3,000 miles on it. Shit, you're cashing in. I ordered them, David, in this truck. No, David, they have to stay with the truck. Anytime you order a truck, any extras you put on it have to stay with the truck. They tell you that when you order the truck. There's a big disclaimer right on the order form of the truck. It tells you any extras that you pay for that truck remain with the truck when the lease is terminated. So that they have to stay with the truck. However, David, you can buy these curtains for $169, buddy, right here at Prime. All you do is talk to them up at the tractor shop at the parts counter. Yeah, I wish I could take them out and sell them, but I can't. Just like keyless entry and all that, it all stays, it's all got to stay. Yeah, Mark, that's the upgrade process right now for a truck. You go on a list, and they bring so many in a week that they're going to have trucks for. Is what they do. I hope I got Dewage. I was afraid I didn't have no Mountain Dew. Oh, maybe they changed it, David. Maybe they did. David, Freightliner's one exit up. There's two different Freightliners here in town, but that one exit up's got a parts counter. Right, Kyle? Yeah, Kyle, I did a video on it. Oh, did I lock it? Yeah, the new trucks. David's not here. He's in California. It's safe. Yeah, I think strange. I think a lot of companies will be getting rid of their training programs with the new trainer laws or regulations that go into effect. I think that's going to cause a lot of companies to get rid of their training programs. Greg, I don't think so. No, buddy. I would say I'd like to be the first one to fart in the seat, but Chad Rich has already handled that, right? Yeah, Debbie, I saw they needed changeover in Donner last week. I saw that. All right, David, be safe out there tonight, buddy. So they left the yard today, so David's taking over. I bet you David's at Amarillo. He's probably at the Pilot or Flying J in Amarillo, getting ready to roll out. David should be in Amarillo. That's 541 miles because I drove 546 or something because I drove it today. How you doing, Matt? Yeah, Nia. Yeah, you'll still be on the truck. And they pay you $800 a week, guaranteed. Yeah, so as you're waiting for your upgrade, you stay on your trainer's truck and keep driving, and you get $800 a week, guaranteed. All right, Matt. So there's another one going off the Swift. Hinton, Oklahoma. Holy moly, John. Did John not put his big girl panties on today when he went to drive? Hinton, Oklahoma. Shit, he didn't do but 300 something miles. Oh, Rita, that's good then if that's what they're doing. I was hoping that's what they were doing. Rita said her fleet manager said 1,000. Thousand's good. Now everybody's different. I've already guaranteed Brown 1,000, one way or the other. Whether the fleet manager pays it or I pay it, he's going to get $1,000 a week once he hits his 30. Because our my fleet manager, I guess it's our fleet manager technically, because he's in my truck right now. Our fleet manager told us 800, and I told Brown, don't worry about it. I'll make sure he gets 1,000.
Good man.
I'll make sure he gets taken care of. Because he's already getting to the point where I'm actually getting some sleep. Like I slept this morning from Albuquerque to Amarillo, no problem at all. He woke me up. He drove till 3:30 in the morning, woke me up. I took over and drove to Springfield. Yeah, Strange is changing a little bit, buddy. Yes, Jay King, you are correct. Yes. If you're coming the week before, you're good. Ah, Matthew, that won't be so bad then. That won't be so bad. Brown's filling up his vape. He's got that milk juice. Strawberry milk he's vaping.
Dude, look.
I know, it's about gone. It's half gone already. This thing ain't but a few days old. Look at it, it's all the way.
Shit.
It's right here already, all the way down right there on the bottle.
Man.
National scored again. Cubs are only up by 1. That's scary. Nah, Jay King, as long as you're in orientation before June 3rd, you'll be okay. As long as you're in orientation by June 3rd, you'll be okay. June 3rd, Strange. All right, man, I'm here. I get through the yard every now and then. I didn't even check my mail this time. I should probably check my mail. I had some stuff coming. I didn't think about it. I had lost my keys. Right, so here's my keys. I had lost them. Told Brown I didn't know where they were. I went to take a shower today and opened my duffel bag, and they were down in the bottom of the duffel bag. Thank goodness. Yep, David. David, I ain't had a cigarette in quite a while. Matthew, how much experience? Look, if you have less than 6 months experience at your current company, stay and get your 6 months. That's all I can say about it. All right, Tulsa, sounds good, man. You haven't, Tulsa, you haven't done PSD at all yet? Shit, Tulsa's been here a while. Because we've seen Tulsa on the way to California. We done went there, San Diego, and back. Because we're sitting back at the yard. Okay, so as long as you got 6 months verifiable recent experience, solo, and you qualify for the driving record and background check and all that, you get your own truck right away. There's no training. So there would be no training process for you as long as you have over 6 months experience solo. No, I did not end up test driving the Pete. I wish I did. Yeah, you've been here a week, yeah. We super trucked her somewhere, David. You'd have been proud. I don't remember where we were at, though. But me and Brown had a super trucker moment ourselves recently. You would have been proud. I'm trying to remember what the hell we did, but yeah, the training, yeah. Yeah, Pitson doesn't do many. Yeah, Pitson doesn't do any. Doesn't do many at all. Hit the like button, everybody. Thanks, David. Appreciate that. It's all right. I'm about to roll out of here. It's been 52 minutes. I've been trying to keep these pretty short recently, under an hour. And I got some TV to watch anyhow before I go to bed and put a day in. Turn this bitch in. Yeah, Bobby, I didn't see no message from you, by the way. You said you messaged me on Instagram. I didn't see one. I'll have to go look again. But I didn't see one. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Bobby just said, man, this box closes in when you're training, guys. Yeah. That's why I'm going solo for a little while. I just need to breathe again. I just need to breathe again. You are correct, King. I am going to watch Game of Thrones. It is on, and I do have HBO Now, or HBO Go, whatever they call it, through Hulu, and that is exactly where I'm going. So, but all right. It was good seeing you all today. Who did I see today? I saw Noah. I saw Rita. I saw Marley, who is a subscriber. Hasn't been on lives recently because she was in training, but she just got her own truck. Her puppy, and her husband's here to ride with her. So let's see, Scott, so Rita, Scott, Noah, Marley. I might have forgot somebody. If I did, I'm sorry. I think that was everybody. I think that's everybody I met today. So guys, that's the info though, man. It ain't great news though. But it is what it is. So maybe it'll help some of you make a decision, you know. Some of you, it may deter you from coming, but at least you know up front what you're getting into. So at least they put the information out a couple weeks before it goes into effect. That's a good thing. Get people prepared, get people ready, all of that. All right, David, I'm out too. So y'all take care. Have a good night. Be safe, be smart, be successful, and I guess be in training for like 5 fucking months if you come to Prime now. Just be prepared for that, all right, folks?